At the end of the day, my name's Chris Gibbs. It's not Judas, and I'm not going to sell my political moorings for 30 pieces of silver. So no, I'm out.
That was a former county Republican chair in Ohio saying that he is done with President Trump. So that's Chris Gibbs, and apparently not Judas, who's a soybean farmer, back to Trump in 2016, saying to CNBC, "That's it. I'm done. I can't listen to the lies anymore. I can't trust his promises when it comes to actually helping me with my business. I'm devastated, and I'm not voting for this guy because he has no idea what he's doing." And so, again, Trump has been lying about getting deals with China. In fact, Trump said that China was willing to buy up about $15 billion in U.S. agriculture. And Gibbs is like, yeah, but he said that before. And what happened? Nothing's happened. And so that's the problem. Trump lies. He gaslights the American people. And while that does work on some voters, if you're a soybean farmer, all you have to do is look at your bank account. All you have to do is look at how much product you're moving, how much product you're selling, how much you're growing, and realize that, oh, it appears that Donald Trump is not honest. I know, right? So now, in fact, here's the thing, right? Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin just admitted to another Trump lie that the deal with China that President Trump has been out there saying recently, we got such a strong deal with China coming together. They're going to buy billions of dollars in American soybeans. So farmers, you can still vote for me. No, it's not going to happen. In fact, Mnuchin said this, quote, "There's still some issues that need to be worked out in wording. But I would say we have every expectation that phase one will close." How many phases are there? Really? If there's a lot of them, disaster. So now, him coming out and saying, "Oh, we don't have a deal yet," means that there is every opportunity for Trump to mess it up. Maybe sending an errant tweet, because that is very likely to happen. So, yeah. Again, this guy's not buying it. And in fact, I want to give you the rest of the video where Gibbs explains himself and has this conversation about soybeans. Believe me, it is actually more interesting than it sounds. So why don't we go to that video? Watch.
Chris, welcome. It's good to see you. And you're saying you don't believe anything until the soybeans are on the boat?
And I've said that. I don't believe it until they're on the boat. This is deja vu all over again. The president promised massive purchases from Mexico. He promised massive purchases from the EU. He's now promised massive purchases from the Chinese, and he's done that before. But let's just think about this a minute. Somebody has to kind of speak truth to power here a little bit. Let's just think about this. We've been selling $21 billion worth of agricultural products to China, and they're going to double that. Mm-hmm. And we don't even know if it's 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. We don't even know what the time period is. So I'm really dubious. And I hate to be a downer on this all the time, but somebody has to be practical.
Well, and it's significant to note, and correct me if I'm wrong, you voted for Trump in 2016. Your farm spans 2 counties that overwhelmingly supported the president in the next election. As I understand it, you say you wouldn't support him now. Is that right?
No, I'm not going to vote for the president, and I'm on record as saying that. So, but it doesn't matter what he comes up with now. He could come up with this $50 billion. He could walk across my pond and not get wet, and I'm still not going to vote for him because, at the end of the day, my name's Chris Gibbs. It's not Judas, and I'm not going to sell my political moorings for 30 pieces of silver. So, no, I'm out.
I love that. I mean, look, he could walk across water. I'm not going to vote for the guy because he's an idiot. And he lies constantly. And my business has suffered as a result. Look, this is a situation if you're a farmer in the Midwest. Look, and it doesn't matter how many times he tries to bail you out with, $16 billion, in farming. Most of that has gone to giant farming corporations anyway, giant agribusiness. So it hasn't gone to the regular farmer. And so even this guy says, look, it doesn't matter. I want my business back. I want to actually be able to sell my product. And look at, in a part of the interview that I actually cut out, guys like, look, all we've done, like Trump has made promises, and then there was a little bit of speculation that lifted up the market based on this deal, and we barely just got enough back in what it costs. So the production cost of growing these soybeans, not exactly encouraging. And so, look, this shows how much of a disaster this trade war with China has actually been, and for what? No real reason, except that Trump can say, "It's tough on China." Well, good for you. But you have failed the people that have voted for you. And so here's the thing, right? Remember, most of the thing, and this is the biggest thing that is going to take down Trump, is not impeachment. It's him lying to the voters and then not delivering. Remember, the wall, not built. The trade wars are a disaster. Not everybody has health care. In fact, health care is worse off than it was before. And their health care plan would have kicked millions of people off insurance without any sort of replacement. The tax cuts for the rich largely benefited, surprise, the rich. What does he really have to run on other than putting people in cages? Even staying out of wars. Again, right now, our people, our soldiers have actually been attacked by the Turkish military. I know. And so we're in Syria, kind of in Syria still. We're just not in those areas that right now, northern Syria, that's being pounded by Turkish soldiers. Trump just moved 1,000 more troops over to Saudi Arabia. And so we're still involved in that, ridiculous thing when it comes to Yemen. And so what has he really done? What has he really done? Not a whole lot. But I understand that there is a rabid base of people that will stick with Trump no matter what, because they actually do believe he walks on water. But I don't know if that base will be enough for him to win re-election, especially with what could be a disastrous economy incoming. Now, that is unless, of course, the Democrats put up a candidate that is so unappealing that they don't turn out. But I'm sure, of course, Democrats aren't dumb enough to do that again, right? Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.